There have been some updates on Tyler Robinson just in the last couple hours. He did appear in court briefly via video, and prior to that, he was charged with aggravated murder and 7 other counts. He was appointed a lawyer, and he will be remaining incarcerated. He will not be out on bail. What was interesting to me is that for the first time, I learned some things about how he was, turned in, who turned him in. And it was different from what we'd heard before, because we've always heard, pastor, youth pastor, minister, deputy sheriff. It was kind of confusing exactly what had happened, but it definitely was the narrative that it was somehow connected to a church, a minister, a pastor, a youth pastor. Well, this time the mother has said that she saw video or images of Tyler and thought, this might be my son. She called him. He said, no, it's not me. I've just been homesick. She said to her husband, Tyler's father, I think this is Tyler. He called Tyler, and that's when Tyler said he'd rather take his own life than go to prison. And that's when they convinced Tyler to come to their home, the mother and father. And then they spoke with a friend. In these reports lately, all the ones that I've seen today, it's a friend. There's no mention of a youth pastor, a minister, like there has been in the past. And this friend is also a deputy sheriff, and they were able to talk Tyler into turning himself in. Now, I learned that a member of the bishopric there, where the Robinson family lives, is indeed a retired deputy sheriff and detective. So I don't know if this is the same person that they brought in to talk to Tyler, but, it would be somebody they would be aware of in their neighborhood and in their ward. But again, no mention anywhere today of a pastor, youth pastor, or minister. There was also information about a note left under a computer keyboard that Tyler's roommate picked up that said, he had the opportunity, was going to commit this act. Of course, the roommate texted back and forth and said, this isn't you, is it? And then there's information of apparently, allegedly, Tyler texting back saying, I'm worried about getting my grandpa's rifle. It's wrapped in a towel. So that's, I think, the first time that we've heard anything about the weapon, where it might have come from, a grandfather's rifle. But I just thought it was interesting that they're no longer going with the narrative of a minister or anybody connected to a church. We did learn that the Robinson family is on the rolls of the LDS church, although sounds like they have been not attending, not active for, I think one neighbor said 8 years. But I guess they're dropping the minister, pastor narrative and just going to go with a family friend, deputy sheriff who helped.